This is a kind of a cool catch right here. I'm gonna let you know why. I just got to get this dude in. He's only got one hook, but he's hooked pretty good. That's a nice one too. So I'm literally in 73 feet of water right now. Nice spot. I'm throwing a 5XD. What I've noticed, I'm looking at my graph, and there's literally bass that are 15 to 20 feet under the surface. And I caught this guy with a crankbait here that goes 15 feet in 70 feet of water. So keep an eye on your sonar, because these fish are really up right now. They're not that far under the surface. Hey everybody, it's Dalton. I want to talk about fall bass fishing and bait selections. And I'm going to simplify this. My bait selection is going to be anything shad. They are chasing shad like crazy right now. To me, the first day of September is the start of fall, because the behavior of the bass start to transition into that fall period. The way I know that is I'll catch a bass and they'll have 2, 3, or 4 followers with them. And that's when I know these bass are feeding heavy on shad. Now, real quick, let's talk about my #1 bait for fall, and then I want to give you some other bait ideas. My #1 bait for fall, should be no surprise, is a 2.5 inch Z-Man Slim Swims. Today, I took a 16th ounce crappie jig head, chartreuse color. Of course, it's all, it's all torn up now. 6-pound test line. I like lighter line for this technique, and I use a medium light rod. I like a soft tip. I just think those bass get that bait a lot better. So if you're a tournament angler, I think the big mistake is to think that the Slim Swims, that little tiny bait, is only going to catch small bass. Yes, it does. Catches a lot of them. If you're in an area where there's a lot of small bass, you're going to catch a bunch of them. But I can tell you right now, it'll catch bigger ones too. And here's, feels pretty strong. First I thought it was a catfish, but the way this guy just took off on me tells me he's a spot. Watch it be a catfish. Oh man, don't tell me. Oh, it might be a catfish. Okay, I can't, yeah. Oh, stupid catfish. Stupid catfish. You gotta be kidding me, man. What is it about me and these catfish? Oh no, it's not a catfish. Oh no, it's a big spot's what it is. This is a big old spotted bass right here. Well, this one's going on scale. I just got to get him in. I only got 6-pound test. Heck, guys. Oh, this is a nice one. Get over here, buddy. Get over here. Oh my goodness, yes. Woo! Now, oh, he's a slippery sucker too. That's a big old spotted bass out at this lake. I'm gonna weigh him. 3 pounds, 1 ounce. That is a beautiful spotted bass at this lake. So I'm always telling you guys about this little swim bait. So that was a nice bass. I really thought that was a catfish. The way that bass fought, he fought like a catfish, and I'm like, oh no, I got another catfish. And then I see that bass and I'm like, okay, a 3-pound bass out here, that's a nice kicker for a tournament. That's just a nice fish to catch, especially a spotted bass. They fight so hard. So let me give you some other things that I use. I like square bills a lot. So I use the Strike King 1.5. This is the sexy shad. I like the chartreuse, the shad base color. I was getting hits on that today. I like other swim baits. Some of them may be a little more bulkier, like a Rage Swimmer or a Kitech. I like small spinner baits. They seem to work really well. This little Rocket Shad is a great little spinner bait, but Booyah Baits, Strike King baits, they make some little 16th ounce spinner baits that work really good, and you can throw them on a spinning rod and they work great. I love jerk baits. Jerk baits in the fall, you can't go wrong. Shad pattern. Underspins. Sometimes with my underspins, I'll just take a 5-inch grub, color the tail with chartreuse. This is a 3/8 ounce VMC. Throw it on 12-pound test line, and I'll get them that way. Or just put a swim bait on there. A couple of my favorite crankbaits for the fall are going to be a Strike King 3XD and a Strike King 5XD. This one here will go anywhere from, I believe it's 9 to 12 feet. This one here will get up to 15 feet. So I kind of stay in that range because I catch a lot of fish from the bank line out to about 15 feet during this time of year. So there's a number of baits you can use. As far as topwater baits, what I recommend is either a small whopper plopper, which the 90 size is really good, or I would use a walking style bait, like a Berkeley Jaywalker or something like that. I think a walking style bait in the fall works a little bit better because you can keep that bait in the strike zone longer. You can work it really, really slow or really fast, just depending on how they're hitting that bait. So that's mostly what I'm going to do with my topwaters. Big spinner baits work as well. 1/2 ounce, 3/4 ounce spinner baits. Now what about jigs? I don't fish jigs a whole lot right now. Reason being is that this lake right here, I'm not catching bass that have any indication that they're eating crawdads right now. So I'm not going to focus on crawdads. I'm going to focus on what they're chasing the most, and that's going to be bait fish. It's real simple. In the fall, bait fish. That's what they're doing. They're feeding up, and it's a lot of fun when you find them. This morning I came out here, I did not have a good morning bite again. Day before yesterday, didn't have a good morning bite. About mid-morning, getting up toward noon, I started getting bit. I got a lot of bites. Little swim baits, even the square bill, I was getting bites on that. So, you know, they kind of change sometimes the way they do things, and it just depends on what the bait's doing. But so far, mid to late morning has been my best bites out here. And typically I don't stay out here till late in the evening anyway. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't had a chance, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I appreciate the comments. I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for tuning in. Talk to you next time.